Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. We are live from Ecuador. This is Gabriel with stress relief for everybody. Can you hear me? You can hear me. I saw the live go on right now. Hello everybody, this is Gabriel. And I feel very compelled to say hello to everybody again just for a few minutes because I want to share with you something very interesting, and that's the EFT Discovery Statement, which is something that I talk about at a regular basis, you know. But I wanted to share this with you today because it's only going to take a few minutes, but it's very impactful. So EFT's features are amazing, and it all starts with an elegant statement, which is the EFT Discovery Statement. And this declaration is amazing. It goes like this: the cause of all negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. So in traditional therapy, you know, most times, okay, a client will hear that, you know, a negative emotion is caused by a memory of a past trauma. Well, this presupposition is how regular psychotherapy connects memories with the trauma, and it just keeps looping it. So it is a painful, and repeatedly you have to relive a painful past in therapy and treat the memory or the event. But see, EFT doesn't do that. As a matter of fact, EFT honors the memory and works on the emotional causes. Hence, a person's emotional energy that's locked up in your body, or that energy. Emotions are energy in motion. So when we have all this negative energy, it's because it's just locked up in our system, our central nervous system. So memories are electrically charged. And so what happens is emotions, they are, you know, this energy in motion, and they're bouncing around our body, our central nervous system. And the good news is that with EFT tapping, you will experience very little emotional suffering. In other words, it is painless and it will not harm you. EFT is revolutionary to traditional therapy because it does not violate your emotional discomfort. It merely has you briefly, okay, just tune into the problem to release the energy disruption in the body. You know, tapping is kind of like working with your Wi-Fi signal. Everybody has a Wi-Fi signal now, you know. So we all know that there is an invisible, you know, there's an invisible signal, electrical signal of charge in the atmosphere that has us connected to our, you know, smartphones, you know, tablets. For those who are older, like me, you know, PDAs, beepers. Remember the beeper from way back? Yeah. So when our digital devices get all funky and disconnected, you know, what do? We scramble, you know, and get all contorted, and we get into all these bad moods. That's the energy system for the devices that get disrupted on a daily basis. Have you ever seen someone throw a laptop out a window or just crush it? Where's my hammer? You know, you get all pissed off and then you just start hammering away at your device. Yeah. How do you react when your lights go out and there's a blackout? Man, I used to go real deep into that one, and I stopped. It's like, I can't do anything about it, right? So this is emotional disruptions. These are electrical disruptions, and this happens every day, and it happens to us as emotions. So these are great examples of what negative emotions are, right? And we, the human race, are pretty cool people. We're cool people, right? Yet we have all the short fuses, and when we get disconnected from something, okay, that we need on a daily basis, we go berserk. Our emotions are no different, all right, than your smartphone or your laptop or your tablet. Just know that we are also emotionally charged disruptions that need to be rebalanced, reconnected. That's all. Every living person has at least one negatively charged emotion daily. Therefore, you only need one positively charged EFT recipe. The cause of all emotion or negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. That's the discovery statement of EFT. And this includes fears, phobias, anger, grief, anxiety, depression, traumatic memories, PTSD, worry, guilt, and all limiting emotions in sports, business, and even in the performing arts. That's the comprehensive list, and it covers just about every restrictive emotion we can experience. All these negative emotions have the same cause: an electrical disruption in the body. It also means that they can all be alleviated in similar fashion. For example, grief has the same basic cause as trauma. Well, we can call it drama. Guilt and fear, and even the New York Yankees, for example, they've been in a hitting slump since like 2019 to 2021. So they're all disrupted. So the same general method can be used for all these problems. They are accustomed to an endless, ever-changing number of explanations and the countless emotional concerns on a daily basis to learn that there is only one cause to greatly ease their pain. Now look, it's jaw-dropping. It really is. It's a jaw-dropping experience. And a lot of people say, oh, that's impossible. Yeah, well, the results are not. And as an EFT practitioner, I have witnessed best outcomes with many people. I invite you to experience EFT tapping as a major healing tool for your life. Love and energy to you guys. And remember, when doing EFT tapping on your own, if you're unable to completely heal the issue you're working on, I recommend working with an experienced EFT practitioner. Right here. If you decide that this is the best course of action for you and you'd like to work with me, inbox me on Stress Relief for Everyone or Teachers on Facebook, or come to my private group, my private community on Facebook, which is Stress Relief for Teachers. And let me know. Look, all it takes is a conversation, and you can schedule a session with me or a free consultation. Either way, it's a good conversation to have. The emotional freedom techniques that I cover with people are anxiety, anger, physical pain, phobias, self-sabotage, a lot more. The goal of EFT tapping is to give people the mindset, the skills, and the techniques of mastering their lives so that they can take charge and fill their lives, with health, with wealth, and abundance. And these are the three major things that people really desire in life. So remember, I help 10 people a month for free with my 5-day EFT Basic Recipe Workshop. It is a paid service when I'm not filled up with the 10 free ones. But for 5 days, you'll get an experience that is amazing. Ask for your EFT Discovery Statement today, the PDF format, and I'd be more than happy to drop it for you on Messenger. Right? Subscribe, click like, give me a great reaction. Send me a comment. I'd love to answer your questions. And thank you so much. Love and energy to everybody. Wish you guys a great day. And please, stay healthy. Bye-bye.